So here we have the Mini Cooper 5-door hatchback on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car, as I mentioned, with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have plenty of boot space along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. The seats are as good as new as you might expect. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter. We have the speedometer in the middle. You can see the total miles for this car are 2,504. The information displayed above that can be changed using buttons on the steering wheel for things like average speed and fuel economy. You can leave it as a digital readout for the speedometer as well. So if we wait a few seconds, you'll see that that will start to dominate the majority of that screen, which it's done, and gives you a really nice clear readout. And all of that is done by pressing the button on the end of the indicator stalk. Moving over into the middle, this is where we can pair our phone amongst other things, so you'd pair a new device from there. Media is where you can listen to your own music. So we've got USB input and auxiliary input. And when it comes to radio, we have FM, AM and DAB digital radio. Everything can be selected using this dial and then push it in. So for example, DAB, you'd push the button in to highlight DAB, and then you can go through the various stations and select one from there, and then adjust your volume on the left hand side here. Working our way down, we have the air conditioning. This dial determines where within the car the air is being distributed. This is your fan speed, and then temperature is this dial over here. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on. When the green light is on, your air conditioning is on. Similarly, you can turn it off with that button. That will recirculate the air that's in the car, which is a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly depending on the temperature that you set here. And then you have your rear screen heater on the left hand side. Underneath that, we can turn off the stop and start. So this car's designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary to save you fuel. This button will start and stop the engine, and that will turn off the traction control. We have the auxiliary and USB inputs just there, along with a 12-volt charging socket underneath that cover, so you can charge your phone or a satellite navigation, and your 6-speed manual gearbox. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.